Hey there, welcome to Spotting with Jones. I'm Jones, this is Annie. Yeah. Here's what we're working on. Continuing our contortion series, we're gonna now do a dancer pose. So this is one of the things that we'll do standing split at first and then dancer pose second. We've got 6 exercises for you to get to dancer pose. Remember, for partner stretching, you want to breathe deep, relax your face, and communicate. So make sure that the spotter is only giving as much pressure to the practitioner as they request. All you'll need is a mat, if you even need the mat. Let's get started. Okay, as always, make sure you get a good warm-up before doing any of these partner stretches, and choose a leg. We're gonna stick with that same leg for the whole series, and then we can reset. All right, so the first one is a pigeon position, okay? So the practitioner is gonna have that ankle in front of the opposite hip, knee winged out to the side. You wanna try to get your hips down, but try to keep them square on this stretch in particular, okay? From here, I can help her with her pigeon stretch by pulling back on her shoulders a little bit, you know, just opening up that hip and in the front and the back. Okay, so we're opening up hips in both directions here. All right, then we want to go for a toe grab. So I'm going to bring that foot up to her back of her head. I can block it with my inner thigh so she can reach back for it, and I'm going to give her a little help with her shoulders again so she can reach back for that. Once she's got the toe, I can help her with her arms, kind of squeezing them together and down, and then I can let her balance on her own with a little spot on her torso. And there's a beautiful pigeon toe grab. Coming out of it, same thing, help her with her arms and her foot so it doesn't just flop out. And then we're back to starting, okay? Great. So for the second exercise, we're gonna open up the back a little bit more on this one. I'm gonna hold her like I'm dipping her in like a ballroom dance, okay? And she's going to be simultaneously leaning back with her head and also pushing her hips forward. Now, if you have a wall, you can use a wall to put your hands onto, and you can do this on your own, but for the partner stretch, I'm gonna give her a little support in the back of the neck and the lower back. And then from here, I can lean her hips with my hips, and then also lean forward her head with my head, and give her a little bit of pressure in both of those directions, kind of alternating back and forth. We'll do this for about 30 seconds. Okay. One of the things that you want to encourage your practitioner to do is to breathe. If they stop breathing in these positions, they might actually pass out, so we don't want to do that. And go ahead and come out of it in your own time. Head rolls up last. Very nice. Same leg, same knee. We're gonna now do a partner split from the back, okay? So if you need to roll up the mat so you have a little more padding, go ahead and do that. 2 ways to grab. The practitioner can either grab around the back, or we can grab over my hips, around my back this way. And then from there, I can reach down, grab her knee at first, but then you want to pull that knee to the chest, okay? We're going to do this also for about a minute. And then I can extend that leg. From here, my knees are going to be in the back of her butt, okay? So I'm kind of using my inner thighs to squeeze in so that her hips don't change, so that I can grab this leg eventually with both hands. If your practitioner isn't that flexible, you can reach forward a little bit more to grab that leg, but as flexible as your practitioner is, I can keep pulling her leg in farther and farther until she says stop. And then from there we breathe and we hold it until the minute is up. Very nice. Another thing I can do is grab around her rib cage and make sure that her hips aren't going to tilt too much off to one side. Makes the stretch a little more intense. I can also bend my knees and push her hips forward, and that gives it a little bit more pressure as well in that direction. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and coming down the same way. Don't just let the leg go, but let the knee bend and let it down slowly. Okay, nice job. Okay, so now we're going to give the practitioner a partner standing split. Okay, on this one, you might want to use a flat floor rather than a mat, just so your foot's a little more solid on the ground. cushiness might give you a little less stability. Okay, so go ahead and get into position. The practitioner is going to have hands on the ground at first. Now I can either, depending on the flexibility, position myself with my knees on the back of her shoulders, or I can cross over so that I'm kind of giving her torso a little squeeze with my inner thighs, and then she's going to bring up her back leg. Once again, the same leg we've been doing. Okay, so from here, I can start by just pulling on the foot with a bent knee. Okay, now my hips are going to push in as I'm pulling back with my arms, and that opens up the front of the hip, and then we can straighten the leg. And I'll show you a couple of techniques here. First of all, you want to grab with both hands behind the knee, okay, and give a pull. But then eventually we also want to encourage her to point out through her toes and straighten through the back of the knees. So I'm going to just keep one arm hooked on her knee. I'm going to hook my elbow, and then I'm going to push on her heel with my other hand. I can even grab my own arms and kind of make a little like headlock kind of position, and then that's going to help both of those positions. I'm able to push more on the heel and pull in more on the knee, pushing my hips forward. This is good. About 15 seconds left. Deep breaths, and eventually then she'll be able to grab her own leg. Okay. One arm can wing out to the side, and we'll give 10 kicks to finish it off. 10 kicks of the heel towards the sky. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold it, hold it. Very nice standing split. We're doing great so far. So next couple exercises are going to get more and more intense. We're going to do a partner dancer pose. So now not only are you doing a split, but also we're reaching toe to head, okay? So for this exercise, we're gonna get nice and cozy with each other. She's gonna sink her chin to my chest, and I'm gonna reach down her back towards one side. So she's gonna lift that same leg up behind her that you're doing in standing split. I might need to reach off to the side to get first the thigh and then the knee. I can even pull the foot in once I get the foot. Now from here, I can square her off again and pull that foot closer and closer to the head, okay? Now we want to do this for about 30 seconds. We're about 15 seconds in already. Really focusing on the back arching, the hip opening, the chest opening, okay? So those parts of your back. And then after 30 seconds, we can reach closer to the knee. Now, if your practitioner is able to get the leg straight, then you grab the knee with both hands and give that even more of a pull. Okay? You can always just keep the leg bent on this one, but this is for the advanced practitioner, really reaching that leg higher and higher, closer to the vertical line. Okay, 10 more seconds. Very nice. Reaching through the toes, and then also pushing the floor away, the center of the earth. And that's it. Come on down. And help her down slowly just by reversing the grip. Okay. Very well done.
Thanks.
All right, so for the final step, we're going to do a full dancer pose. I'm going to spot her and give a couple adjustments to help her get into the pose. At any point, if you need to stop and just hold right where you are, go ahead and do that. We'll do this for about a minute holding the pose, okay? Ready? We'll begin. Okay, so just help her with her balance. She grabs her foot in this grip that we were doing in the video we did for bow pose, so look at that one if you haven't seen that one. I'm helping her lift her leg and knee up behind her, as well as her chest up in front of her. And once she's there, once she has the grip on both hands, then I help her find her center of balance with her hips over her standing leg. Okay? And then once she has her balance, I can step away, and that's full dancer pose. Very nice. Beautiful. Remember that you always want to relax your face, deep breathe, and communicate. Thanks for joining us again. Enjoy!
Hot, hot, hot. I love what you do. I said hot, hot, hot. I feel you coming through. Hot, hot, hot. Don't you hesitate. This is